Let's welcome Rosa Parra to the show. Rosa.
Woo! Rosa!
Hey.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Been a while, man.
It's been so long. We missed you. I missed you.
Oh, I missed you guys.
Sophia's not allowed to take any more vacations, Rosa, because we were itching the pod and she was all the way prancing around Europe.
La la la. It was great.
How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. Too short, but that's all I got the funds to do. So
yeah.
How was life over here?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh yeah.
It's been great actually. A lot of movies been coming out, a lot of TV shows, but just recently covered La Live, the Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival. Had the immense pleasure of moderating 2 panels for Q&As, and man, it's a blast. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, Rosa's doing big things out there. How did you get that hookup? What was the thing? Did you just they were just like, hey, man, we need
what
someone
hookup?
Rosa.
She's Rosa. Come on, she can get a
no. ¿Sabes qué? There's times where you just have to present and push yourself, and all I did, and I kid you not, was send them an email because I was approved for press credentials to cover the festival.
Beautiful.
So then I don't know, a little voice inside me said, you know what? Just tell them that you've moderated panels before, and if they need anybody or anything, that you're willing to do it. And that's what I did. I emailed them offering my services. The next day they were like, well, we have 2 panels that Amazon would be interested in you to talk to the cast. And one of them was With Love and the other one was Primo. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
That is amazing.
So it was, man, it's still surreal. I'm seeing those photos and it's surreal.
Wow.
Nice. And when did you moderate for Ana Lidia? Because I've had her on my show before.
Dude, it was when she had her short film. I think it was Lola. It was years back. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic. Years.
It was a couple of years ago. I know it was years. We screened it at the festival as well. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And she was one of the very first people that just was very forward and no BS with that woman, and she tells it like it is. And one day she's like, well, if you want to moderate, we're gonna have a virtual screening of it, and a lot of the supporters are gonna be there if you'd like to moderate the thing. And I never thought that I was getting into film criticism to do it, just moderating or do any of that. I just thought I was going to be behind the screen criticizing and and spewing my venom, but not necessarily showing my face. And when it was offered, it was just a challenge and just getting outside of my comfort zone, that it's had a ripple effect. And if you would have told me back then that I was going to be talking to some of the most talented people out there, I would have, my little brain would have exploded.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Nice. Well, let's talk a little bit about what's been happening and what's coming up in the world of film and TV. Let's talk Flaming Hot first. I just finally got to finish watching it on Hulu the other night. And I liked it. I liked my thoughts on it was that it was very well made, and that the thing that I liked the most about it, because it was basically, I don't want to say that it was like the Queen's biopic, like retelling of somebody's life, because obviously he's an important person in marketing and sales and stuff like that, and they sort of they do sort of romanticize it a little bit. But the thing that I loved the most about the film was that it was sort of in our voice, if that makes sense. That it felt like for Latinos by Latinos, right? For Mexicans by Mexicans in a sense. So I enjoyed it. I recommend that everybody go watch it on Hulu, because the numbers are good, but they could be better. But how do you feel about it, Rosa? What did you think when you watched it?
I had a good time with it. I very much enjoyed it, and it's. Dude, I think Eva Longoria did a really great job directing this feature film. Yeah.
Was this her first time directing, do you know?
Feature film, yes, because
Mm.
I last year at Sundance I saw her directorial debut with a documentary, La Guerra Civil, which
Mm.
chronicles the boxing rivalry between Julio Cesar Chavez and Oscar de la Hoya. It's a great documentary. I don't think it's been acquired yet. So hopefully after Flaming Hot and now with everything that's happening, hopefully she can get that documentary out there. But you know what? I liked it. I had a good time with it. No, it's not a perfect film. So some of the dialogue and some of the writing, of course, does goes down that cheesy cliche route, and it's
Mhm.
supposed to. It's part of the genre, I guess. Pero I do know what you mean when you say that it is made by us. Because there's some little pieces of nuggets, whether they're cultural references or just the way you express yourself or the way you say something or deliver something that just feels like, okay, I have somebody or I know of somebody who says this or says that, or even myself, right? And certain little pieces, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, like towards the end, you already seen the movie, when just uh writing your name appropriately and having the little tilde on top of the end and making it that ñ, and just having that there is just so powerful to me, to for somebody to actually pronounce your name accordingly. It's a big deal, so it's something that only us would know. Like, you have no idea how many times my name's been mispronounced because not everybody.
Para.
Yes, soy perra y
Look, yeah, absolutely. As somebody who, when I first got to this country, was bastardized as Lewis in school. I was called Lewis in elementary, in junior high school, in high school, um, my whole life until I moved to San Diego, and this is where I felt, because I think in New York the Latino and the minority cultures were all sort of blended in together a little bit. It was more like a New York culture than a Latino culture, I think.
yeah.
But when I got here and I met, somebody that a friend of my mom's, and he was like Luis, and I was like, yeah, it's Luis. And then from that point, he's like, yeah, so just tell people like when they pronounce it. And even to this day, I was having a meeting with some people, some Latinos, and then during the meeting, they could call me Luis, and I was like, Lou, Luis, Big Lou, Fat Lou, Louis, just not Lewis. That's it. You can pick a
Lois.
bunch of things, but not Lewis. There's no O in my name, so that a hundred
Lois.
that 100% tracks, Rosa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Carrillo. That's a
yeah,
mouthful.
they can say Timothy Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan, but they can't say Louis, right?
Yeah, Saoirse Ronan, exactly. Like, come on, you can say that, but you can't say Carrillo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it also felt like because we got robbed of the MCU Luis recap, and they didn't put him in the new Ant-Man movie for some fucking reason, and it did sort of have like this feel of like if he was sort of telling the story, sort of that
Mhm.
that MCU feel as well.
Yeah. Yeah, those sequences were hilarious. I
Yeah,
absolutely love them. Yeah.
those are like the best parts of those movies, and then they like decided not to, and then everybody was like, we should get a whole recap, and they were like, no, you get nothing. You get one show at a time, one movie at a time. Stop
Yep.
asking for more. All right, tell me a little bit about Primo. We talked a little bit about it, that it's on Freevee last week, and
Yeah,
I started watching it, but I haven't been able to binge it all the way through. What are your thoughts?
I loved it. I've seen it multiple times.
really.
I guess 7 times already. I'm like, should I say
What?
the number? Should I say the number or
You
not?
should always
It's
say the number.
hilarious.
This
It
from the woman
is
that went to see Top Gun like
hilarious.
18 times in
That's what it was. It was
Correct.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
me. Guilty. You know what? I absolutely love Primo. It's one of the funniest shows I've seen in a very long time, and it's just so sharply written. And it's not because yes, I moderated the panel Q&A, whatever, blah blah blah,
Mhm.
but it's because it generally feels also authentic, and it's also by Latinos, pero it doesn't necessarily hammer you over the head with, yes, look, we're Latinos, we are Latinos, Mexican food, Mexican Americans, blah blah blah. It's more of the familial dynamic, and having a group of people coexisting under the same roof, regardless of their philosophies and their ideas and how they approach life, and so on and so forth. So man, it's hilarious. I absolutely loved it, and I cannot recommend it enough. Go check it out, because it's heartfelt. There's various sequences where I'm laughing at one time, and then within a couple of seconds I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to cry. What's going on here? It's just well balanced with humor, but also um I'm emotionally invested in these characters, and it's unexpected at times, because you don't expect to be emotionally moved by people just simply either paying tribute to somebody who passed away, and in such a serious moment they throw in a few jokes, but yet they still manage to make it emotional, which is rare, to balance those two things. So yeah, I absolutely loved it.
I'm
I
excited
queued
to
it
watch
up.
it.
Yeah, I queued it up and I started watching, but then I had a bunch of stuff happening, so I definitely like right away I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. I'm just saving it, but I'm definitely gonna binge it. So if you had a question last week about is there any LGBTQ representation in the show?
Oh yeah, in the show. Yeah.
And Primo,
Hmm.
Yes. Just out of curiosity.
I don't
No.
know.
That's
Hmm.
okay. Okay,
I
we'll
didn't
catch
Yeah.
up with
catch any
season
in
two.
the beginning of it, but we'll be watching it
No,
either
I
way.
don't think so. No.
It's a show, right? So there's gonna be multiple seasons. Hopefully, if it gets picked up for anyone.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah, yeah,
so.
we
Hopefully.
gotta support
We
it.
gotta
We gotta watch
support,
it.
yeah.
And it's you don't have to
Yeah.
Especially if it's
subscribe
that
to
good.
anything. It's on Freebie. It's on Freebie, so you can definitely watch it.
Okay.
Polly says no, no representation.
Nope. Short answer. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks. I've been watching The Queer Ultimatum, so quality, really high quality television here. It's Pride Month. I had to prioritize that. But Primo's coming right after. I'm almost done
Yeah.
binging it.
All right, we shame it. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
All right, a couple of things here with Rosa. Let's talk with love and Spider Verse.
Yeah. So with love, that show actually does have a private presentation. It's currently streaming on Amazon. I believe season 2 is the one
This
that
is
just
season
came
three.
out.
This is Anna Tia Gloria, right?
Yeah, Gloria Calderon Kellett. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Tia
really
Glow.
good. Yeah, Tia Glow, and it's really good. She plays Tia. Hey, yeah, same pattern.
Hey.
Um, she plays Tia. I forgot her name. In the show, but she's so hilarious, and it was fun. Obviously, talking to the cast, pero the show's really good. The show very much does deeply dive into the familial dynamics, but also it's not judgmental. It focuses more not necessarily on the trauma of these family members, but on how we deal with it and how to respect other people's viewpoints and take advice, and so on and so forth. It's a really good show. Highly recommend checking it out, and it's streaming on Amazon.
And there's another season that
Right.
just and you can do 2 full seasons right now, right? Because the first season came out, and now this is season 2 that just popped off, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I met Tia Glow a few years ago for a panel that I moderated at the San Diego Latino Film Festival. Came
Jesus.
down for one day at a time. So I've been a fan of hers, and she's a great follow on Twitter. She always gives a lot of great advice and stuff like that. So we have to support those shows, especially now. Because, and another reason is because since there's a WGA writer strike going on, there's
Mhm.
no productions happening. A lot of stuff's getting stalled. So the numbers right now for streaming are very important because we're right
Yeah.
now decisions are being made, fights are being fought as to the future of streaming, the future of shows. So if we can show out right now and these shows with love, Primo, This Fool, all these other shows that we
Mhm.
have need support right now more than ever so that we get over that hump.
Absolutely.
And then of course
So
the
good.
Spider Verse. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
it was short lived from Polly.
The comment section. Stop kissing ass.
It was short. He gives me the rare Lou W.
Yeah.
and then he just takes
Short
it right
lived.
back, Polly. That's all right, man.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm gonna get you on my side one time, Polly. Let me know when you need me to come on and debate on your show. So let's talk Spider Verse. I just recently re-binged the first Spider Verse movie while I was at the gym, and I'm excited to see part two. What the second part? What do you what are your thoughts, Rosa?
Yo, I've seen it twice. First time I watched it, I was just blown away by what I had just seen. I was just so blown away by the visuals that I didn't pay attention to anything else, like the storyline or the voice acting or any of that, because the visuals were just, I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. And it certainly set a new blueprint for what capacity animation can go and where it can get. And I think it's been defined best by Jorge Gutierrez, who's the creator of the Book of Life, and Maya and the Three, when he said, I feel bad for any animator who has to follow up
Oh,
this
shit.
film, because it's gonna be, and himself included, of course.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe what I had just seen. And it's just the designs, the visuals designs, that each world, each multiverse, and each world has a different design, color palette. My personal favorite was the one of Gwen, her world, and Gwen, Stacy. She has this pastel looking color palette with watercolor design, and it's just, again, mind-boggling. The characters themselves, they're just otherworldly, and I genuinely have never felt so dumb and illiterate as I did after watching that film, because I genuinely am speechless, and I do not have the the intelligence to even articulate what the hell I just watched.
I love it.
And that's how good it is. I had to watch it again, and even then, it still somehow managed to supersede the first viewing.
Wow.
It's stunning, man. It's like masterfully done.
Wow. Okay, rendered you speechless. No such
Damn.
then.
Yes.
Damn.
Does it is it the best Spider-Man movie of all time?
Ooh. First Spider Verse included.
Yes,
First
it just in
Spider-Verse.
general, is it the best Spider-Man movie of all time?
I would say yes.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, that's high praise.
And
That's
it
fair.
has nothing to do that, my Oscar's in it, Oscar Isaac. Um, but no, I would say it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Cyrus says Spider-Verse and Zoom are the two favorite movies I've seen in theaters this year so far. And Latino, I've probably seen it twice. Top three this year, just breathtaking. All right,
Yeah.
listen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Quit while you're ahead. I'm gonna go watch it. Next
Top of my list.
top of my list. It comes out next week,
Yeah.
right? In general review, or is it already out?
Yeah, it just came out last weekend.
Okay, yeah.
Check it out. If you can watch it in Dolby or IMAX, man, do that. It
Okay.
deserves to be seen on the best screen possible.
I got some good acid I've been saving, so maybe I'm just kidding.
Oh
Can't
my.
handle it. All right. I had a couple of things I wanted to just touch base with you real quick, Rosa, since we
Yeah.
got you here. There's been a lot of changes, but this actually just happened today, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. The Golden Globes have been sold, and the Hollywood Foreign Press is no more. This story came out in the Times today. After a series of ethics, finance, and diversity scandals, the Embattled Award Show will continue, but the group that has behind it will not. Obviously, as somebody that covers award show, we've had award predictions on the Oscars and stuff. We had you on for that. It's a big part of this part of the industry. What were your initial thoughts when this broke today? And did you sort of see it coming, or what did you think initially?
Um, I saw a few clips here and there. I haven't taken the time to read the article or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was expected, I guess, in a way, because of all the controversy that the association has been experiencing with diversity and all that. But frankly, I don't think much about it,
Mm.
as oddly as it sounds. Porque the Golden Globes don't necessarily hold in my eyes, at least, a prestigious. It doesn't resemble anything prestigious to me. It's just
Okay.
more of a yeah. This is where a lot of these celebrities come to hang out, and it's more of a
It was the
eye
party one, right?
candy, yeah,
Yeah,
eye
you
candy
get
Yeah.
kind of thing.
you got TV and movie people mixed in
Yeah,
together, and
right,
it was the one where they were openly drinking and
Yeah.
openly
yeah,
sort of partying and stuff like that. So it was
right,
sort of that, right?
right, exactly.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. On another
So
note, though, it also set the pace for award season. A lot of the people that won the Golden Globes kind of won the Oscar as well. So I don't know, right?
Well, unless you were bought bought out and you were
Oh,
forced to vote for somebody, then
that's true.
you
all right,
probably.
here's the next question, Rosa. I'm gonna put two movie tickets in front of you. You can walk into the movie theater on the left or on the right. In the left, Oppenheimer. On the right,
Ha!
Barbie. Which one
Yeah,
are you watching first?
I'm a big Nolan fan. I have to go with Oppenheimer.
All right. Yeah, yeah, me too. You can watch, Barbie's more of a palate cleanser, I think, right?
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
and how do you feel about this sort of prestige director? They sort of made a joke in this on Barry this season. Well, these prestige directors that are doing this like IT sort of IP property movies, like these big budget. What are your thoughts on that?
Like what? Like Greta Gerwig doing
Yeah,
Barbie and
like Greta doing Barbie and the girl that the lady that did the MCU movie and stuff like that.
I mean, if that's what the directors feel like they want to do, I mean, I have no
Get
what
that
you
money,
call it?
right? Get that paycheck.
Yeah, get the money, get the paycheck. Pero I'm not heavily critical of. Oh yes, I can't have a. I don't know who people think it's a prestigious director.
Yeah, I guess,
Everyone
yeah.
is different, but yeah, for them to just be boxed in and just direct a certain type of films or genre of films just because that's what's expected of them. Don't necessarily agree with that. I think directors should be able to go out there and taste the waters, and if they want to direct an MCU, let them do it. Or if they want to do a Barbie or an Oppenheimer or whatever, why not? Uh, I find no controversy
No
behind
hate,
it.
no hate, no hate.
Yeah,
Um, and just a couple more things here, Rosa.
yeah.
What is it that you're most excited about for the rest of the year that you haven't already watched? Is it Dune 2?
Oof.
Is it
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Blue Beetle, hands down, Blue Beetle.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A lot of stuff got pushed back. There's an article today about all these films
Yeah,
that
I
got
saw
pushed.
that.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
gonna say, wait, did the movie already come out? When was it supposed to come
Blade
out?
got pushed back. A couple of other things got pushed back.
Oh.
There's movies that are coming out in 26 now that were coming out this year, but right now,
Mm.
like the next things that are coming out that I think are I'm most excited. I don't know. I'm sort of morbidly interested in seeing the Indiana Jones movie,
Mm.
um, and kind of see what they do with that. And then next year, just because of the Minion, Kung Fu
Mm.
Panda 4 is what I'm excited. I'm excited
They're gonna
about
love it.
taking because he's a huge Jack Black fan. He
Yeah.
loves Kung Fu Panda, so
Mm.
I'm just excited to go see that with him and whatnot.
Nice.
All right. There was one other article that had come up. Oh, actually, here this is quick because you saw the new Wes Anderson movie, right? You saw Asteroid City.
Yeah, Asteroid City. Yeah, I just watched it a couple days ago.
And listen, I've been writing with Wes since Bottle Rocket, since Rushmore, his first two movies, and the Royal Tenenbaums. After that, for me, his aesthetic took over, and my thoughts on Wes Anderson for his last like 5 or 6 movies has been that they're cute premises, but what saves the movie is the fact that he's so popular that he can get all these amazing actors to come be in his movies, and I think that the cast he can get is what saves the films for me. But the
Mm.
aesthetic and the cuteness of it sort of got too much for it. Is
Mhm.
this more of the same, or how do you feel this compares to the rest of his filmography?
Hmm. Well, I've been I his recent movies. I don't think I've seen the his like the first ones that you just mentioned. But anything he's done recently, I'm a big visual person, so I don't mind sitting down for 2 hours and seeing his aesthetic, the color
Mhm.
palette that he utilizes, the framing of these characters, and the delivery of their very stoic and monotone delivery of the dialogue that, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of it he writes. And Asteroid City, it's more of that, more of, yes, you have these big name actors, and the visuals kind of similar to his previous films.
Mhm.
Pero there's a lot. This one has, his characters are a bit more, I don't want to say dimensional or versatile, because they're they're kind of similar to to previous films,
Mhm.
but somehow these characters, I don't know, I was engaged in these characters. I was invested. And for that alone, I was like, okay, this is a bit different. And the overall message is just of um dealing with grief, or just going out there and,
Trauma. It's dealing with
yeah,
trauma, and
trauma,
yeah.
and something as small or superficial
Mhm.
as, just like, if you're an actor and you have to go out there and like read a script or something, that you don't have to fully understand everything that you're doing to just go out there and do it. It's just has these little nuggets of that. I liked it. I very much enjoyed it, and it was I want to see it again. It's one of those movies that I'm definitely going to be checking out again. I think it has a limited release this upcoming weekend, if I'm not
Yeah.
Ooh.
mistaken.
Well, my favorite Wes Anderson movie is Rushmore with and Bill Murray's in it. That was his second
Hmm.
movie, and then Bottle Rocket was his first film with the Wilson brothers. And those films are nothing like his sort of, they were like pre Wes Anderson aesthetic. The reason I had brought this up is that
Because of the TikToks
because
trend.
his aesthetic has become such a meme, and this is my least favorite trend on TikTok.
Oh,
Is people that are like sort of repurposing their life as Wes Anderson movies
Mm.
because because just because, and so it's just this. So this is the part I love some of the dialogue he does. I love the themes. I love his cast.
Yeah.
But when he had like all the power to do whatever he wants, and he just keeps doing these little, all of these things. If you watch Rushmore and you watch Bottle Rocket, you'll still see the Wes Anderson storytelling and characters
Mm-hmm.
without the aesthetic is just as powerful. And then he did the Royal Tenenbaums, which was the first time he sort of used that, and then he's like, fuck it, I love this. I'm just gonna keep it going. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I will see it. I don't know if it'll be a hate watch or a love watch yet, but um
These memes, man, they ruin everything. They ruin everything.
You know what? Something about his films, though, that, yeah, I can understand how people can poke fun of it and so on, but it's different. And after going out there to watch all these comic book movies and going out there and watch like all these Spielberg films or Scorsese's, it's in a way, oddly, I guess, in my eyes, just refreshing to see something different. Something that whose like vision is just so detail oriented that I don't mind sitting through that. Maybe it's because it's my cup of tea,
Mhm.
and I like seeing different things. I don't know. Some people would consider artsy or art house
yeah.
kind of filmmaking. I personally love it. So yeah.
Rosa's all about the visuals. All right, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
I don't
I got
mind it. I'm
I got
always
you.
fascinated by it. Like,
I would be interested if you do get a chance to catch up on his whole filmography, how we would differently rate all of his movies. I think that would be interesting for a future episode. If you ever
Ooh.
oh,
if you ever do some more research on him, or get the chance to watch his first few
Homework
movies,
and then a bracket bit.
I'd love to see no more of a ranking. All right.
Okay.
All right. I had one other
okay.
thing here that I had pulled up for Rosa before we let it go. She can catch her on Twitter at Rosa Reviews on Instagram. She's also a Rotten Tomato approved critic. You can also watch
Mhm.
her either on the Daily Chela. Some of her reviews are there. Where else can people find you, Rosa?
Yeah, I mostly write for the Daily Chela. I do some reviews for Idol, which is in their own league. And yeah, those are the two prominent sites where I'm writing a lot of my work.
And you can catch
Mhm.
her as the official third leg of the Lucia Mi
Mi
Gente
gente.
show. She is
Yay.
she's officially gente.
She's officially
She's part of the
Yeah.
Gentes, and you can get the Daily Chilla app, and you can. There's a lot of cool stuff happening
Hold on, hold
over
on.
there
Why
as
did no
well.
one tell me there was an app? There's an app?
There's an app for that, Sophia. There's an
Daily
app.
Chella app?
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
get
I'm
on that.
downloading
So
right, getting on it right
anytime
now.
Rosa puts something out, you can get a notification like I do.
Yes.
Wow. All right. There was this other interesting article that I saw, which was something that I've been saving for Rosa, which is um, Rosa is a. I mean, I honestly like the fast movies are. It's just eye candy at this point. It turned into like a It was a car racing movie that suddenly turned into like the Avengers. And they've gone to space. They're doing everything. They defy the laws of physics. One of the things that also defies the physics is Dominic Toretto's ethnicity.
What?
So the question here is how Latino is Dominic Toretto, and does it really matter? This is an article on Polygon a little while ago, and it was basically talking about just how they've sort of retconned and changed
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
as it pleases them. Dominic Toretto,
Hold
which was
on. Rita
initially
Moreno was his mom?
I
yeah,
think
exactly.
grandmother.
I'm so behind. I'm so
Yeah,
behind.
and then Dominic Toretto for the first few minutes was clearly coded as like a Vin Diesel Italian sort of person, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden they were in Brazil, and he had family in Brazil, and they were in Cuba, and he had family in Cuba. And then the
Mm.
last movie where they had John Cena playing his brother, um, they retconned him and showed him as like this like very cholo looking young kid. They made him like super Mexican in that movie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they retconned him like so. The question is, what do you think? Does it matter that he's the Dominican Republic part of it was happening?
Dominican.
The
I like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
listen. I'm gonna share this article in the comment
This is
section for people
important.
that want to watch it. But this was really awesome. They had Rita Moreno playing his mom, his grandma, like John Cena somehow his white brother.
I I thought they would just stop at Brazilian. Why do they keep going?
His kid, even though Michelle Rodriguez is very sort of like Latin, like
Yeah.
she's more paler, right? Their kid is like super Latino looking, right? So, what are your thoughts on this and the evolution of his ethnicity, Rosa?
Hmm. Well, the kid is not Michelle's kid. It's
Oh, it's one of the
from
other.
the Brazilian cop that
Oh,
he
okay,
was
it's
with
his
the.
previous kids, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The real life wife of Chris Hemsworth. I don't know
Yes,
her
Chris
name.
Hemsworth's wife.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I guess somehow that kick popped out. Um, this is funny because it just speaks to the the absurdity of the franchise in
Yeah.
general. Because in the first movie it's just him, his sister, and then just the his group of friends, and
Yeah.
they're just robbing, what do you call it, like they go
This is
after these big trailers and rob whatever they're carrying and such.
Right, right.
And then all of a sudden, yeah, we go to this, and Rita Moreno is his. Yeah, I think it's
there's
just,
flying from car
yeah,
to car.
it's
Yeah.
so absurd.
Isn't it like the most Hollywood like way of like it's almost like a kick in the face, really, which is like, look, he's Latino-ish. There's
Yeah.
a it's like literally like almost what do I call like the thing that I say about Alien. It's literally almost an allegory about how Hollywood treats Latinos, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
almost like he was in LA where 90% of people are Mexican,
Yeah.
Latinos are Mexican, but when he was in Cuba, he had a cousin down there. You remember that with the Cuban cousin, and then in
Yeah.
Dominican, and then when he was in Brazil, and he had a whole family over there.
Which is so weird because again, this was a movie that started with just street kart racing.
Right.
streetcar racing in LA. There did not need to be any racial anythings.
Right.
And his sister, the actress who plays his sister,
Mia,
could
she's
be
Brazilian, I think, in real life, right?
right.
I
But
think
she's
so.
very
Yeah, the actress is
she's very
actually,
white passing.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe they were like, "Oh, the actress is Brazilian. We can be that."
and make
Anyway,
him
I just
Brazilian.
thought it
Yeah,
was super interesting that I don't know whether we
I
need to put
hadn't.
him up there with like Latino film icons or not.
these films, man.
No.
Oh man, they just became. I don't know what they became. It's good times. Good
It's
times.
just absurd. Like
Pretty
It's
very.
just
absurd. Absurd is the word.
The film did so poorly. I'm
As
sad
it
to
should.
report at the box office that it's already on demand. Like you can go and
really.
watch. Yeah,
Oh
it's
wow.
already on yeah on demand, so you can go just rent it and just watch it at home, even though it
Uh,
came out like last month or something.
did you ever like these movies? And if so, at what point did you check out?
Yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah.
The first one came out. I don't know. I think like I was late teens, early teens. I don't remember.
Probably like 2000.
Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed that one. I liked the first one. The second one was okay,
Eva
and
Mm-hmm.
then
Mendes.
I think that's where I checked out. And
Okay,
all of a sudden,
check that early. All right.
I watched Fast Five because I was riding the wave of Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
Oh no.
and I was like, "Ooh, this is very interesting." I really
Yeah.
enjoy the Fast Five. It's still my favorite
Oh
fast
really?
film.
Okay.
Oh yes, it's really
All
good.
right.
It's still absurd in
It is
every sense
absurd.
of the
Yeah.
word. But yeah, that's the one that takes place in Brazil. Um,
Mhm.
and then yeah, for that to be connected with this one, Fast X, and all that, I guess they're trying to capitalize on the fact that yeah, Fast Five is their best Fast and Furious movie, so they're trying to go back there and make it somehow continue that specific story. And yeah, I wasn't never really a big fan of the franchise. Like I wasn't there on opening
Right.
weekend or anything
Yeah.
like that. If I get a chance to see it, I'm gonna watch it. If not, then I won't cry myself to sleep.
Cool.
There's one person that I've watched these movies with in theaters with, and it was just like just because it was something just to go smoke and just go watch, and that wasn't really like, and it was always because it was like during traffic, and it was like, should we spend an hour and a half in traffic, or should we just go into this movie theater and watch this?
Mhm.
And so, but they've defied the laws of gravity so long. My favorite was when they were on this giant airplane and they had to drive through the airplane and they were on this
Oh yeah.
they were on this runway
Terrible
that
CGI.
but the runway was literally endless. Like
Yeah.
it's like this plane's about to take off for the next 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Uh,
Well, Rosa, thanks for stopping by again. It's been way too long. We look forward to having you on
yes.
more episodes moving forward throughout the summer so we can sort of check in on what's happening. Go follow Rosa. Go check her out. She's part of the team. So, Rosa, thank you very much
Love
for
you,
stopping
Rosa.
by.
Thank you for being here.
No, thank you guys for bringing me back on. It was a
Always.
pleasure talking to you guys, and yeah, I missed you y'all. So
Oh,
yay, love it.
All right, we'll see you next week, Rosa. Thanks for stopping.
Alrighty, bye.
hi.